Hello everyone, my name is Solanix. This is my first official Clash Royale video. I have a lot of plans in 2024 to make entertaining videos and help you become a better player. Today we are pushing into the top 1000 this season.
You asked for it. Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
My opponent is opening with a Dark and Little Prince. I am not familiar with this deck. However, it appears like it's some form of beat-down deck such as Goblin Giant, Electro Giant, or Golem. My opponent's win condition is Goblin Giant. The trick to this matchup is you need to activate your King Tower early in the game to get the third tower involved. Goblin Giant can easily be pulled with Tornado, as it's not classified as a heavy troop like the rest of the beat-down win conditions. Wow! I can't believe that the Goblin Giant didn't hit the King Tower. Unbelievable. From seeing my opponent's deck so far, the only real counter they have to my graveyard is minions. If I see an opportunity for my opponent to waste minions, I am going to punish them with a graveyard. If my opponent does a good job at holding on to their minions, I need to be patient and wait for them to overcommit with a Goblin Giant and build a strong counter push. My opponent has lightning as well. This is going to be a tough matchup for me when defending. I am going to need to place my tombstones further out so that the lightning cannot hit my other troops. My opponent is being disciplined with not playing their minions. Now it's double elixir. I can play an offensive poison on top of my graveyard to neutralize the minions when attacking. They predicted my poison and instead placed minions at the bridge. Not only that, they played the Goblin Giant at the bridge to prevent his tower from locking onto any of my troops to counter the graveyard. A very smart play on my opponent's end. This time I was able to activate my King Tower by pulling the Goblin Giant with my Tornado. We are about tied on tower health and 1 minute from triple elixir. My deck is stronger in 3 times elixir versus my opponent. I am in the winning position. Now that it is triple elixir, I can play super aggressive with my graveyard poison combos to put the dagger in this game. My opponent has a slow win condition being the Goblin Giant. Because of this, they are going to have a hard time building pushes while defending my graveyards. I played a terrible poison and let my opponent get good value to form a counter push. This is their last-ditch effort. If I can fend this off, I'll win. I need a bit more damage to be able to have more health after my opponent plays one more lightning attack on my tower. I need to form one final attack. I do not like this hand at all. I want to rush a barb barrel, so I can cycle to a tombstone or knight in case I am rushed. My opponent also has knight and barb barrel. This could be a mirror matchup. However, SplashYard is not common in this season's meta. Never mind, they played Inferno Dragon. This looks like a golem or some form of balloon deck. I am going to waste my little prince ability to take out the Inferno Dragon. Inferno Dragon is such a difficult card to play against when using SplashYard, as it's hard to kill and can get massive value against you. My opponent has Electro Dragon too. I am leaning towards this being a golem deck. Electro Dragon is another hard card to deal with using SplashYard. This is because it has great defense against the graveyard, and there is really no way to kill it when placed in the back for defense. My opponent also has the bowler, which is another hard counter to this deck. This person has the entire trifecta of counters. It's as if this deck was created to counter me. 9 out of 10 times you will lose this matchup. I had a great King Tower activation by pulling the bowler into my little prince with Tornado. This is a powerful play I recommend you learn when playing against bowler using SplashYard. The trick is to place your troop 2 tiles out from your far tower, followed by placing Tornado directly onto your troop. My opponent has too many counters against my deck. The only way I can win is hoping they make a mistake. Or as soon as they place a troop with 3 or more elixir in the back, I play a fast graveyard and baby dragon combo, catching them off guard. Other than that, there is not really anything I can do in this matchup. I got really unlucky to run into this player. Wow, that really worked. I got really lucky. He made a blunder by placing his Inferno Dragon immediately after placing Knight in the back. I have to play perfect to win this game. I know this player. He is a very strong miner player. He is currently in the top 1000 this season.
What up? Future king over here.
Protect the air.
In this matchup, I want to save my tombstone for the wall breakers, as if I don't have it in cycle, my opponent will very easily be able to get a wall breaker play to punish me if they play support troops as a combo.
Excuse me.
I
don't
will
you know
also
who
need
I
to
am?
save my poisons for the little prince. My opponent only has spells to counter my graveyard. The spells are Poison, Royal Delivery, and Log. Because of this, and my opponent can't get much value off the graveyards by placing troops, and the fact I won't be able to get any damage with my pushes, I am going to have to defend and play a lot of naked graveyards having a chip battle. Because I am down in tower health against a minor poison deck, I am going to need to play a little more aggressive than normal to get damage on my opponent evening the game.
Doing it for the fam. What up? Future king over here.
I am placing the graveyard in this specific position knowing my opponent is going to poison. This is the placement to maximize graveyard hits when a poison is played.
Doing it for the fam. Bold and bashful.
Protect the air.
Really numbskulls. Excuse me, don't you know who I am? What up? Future king over here.
Thank you for watching the video. Please comment if there are any other decks or matchups you want me to break down.